know.
Bet you didn't know.
Bet you didn't know.
Bet you didn't know.
Bet,
Ba-na-na-na.
bet you didn't know. I'm glad I'm not coming to you from the state of Texas because they don't allow Plan B, and I'm on Plan C as far as my tech issues and things of that sort.
That's right, you are.
It's an abortion joke.
Yo, yeah, I got it.
So, welcome to Bet You Didn't Know. Right out the gate.
Right out of the gate.
Right out the gate.
As you can see, it looks like you're in your coffers or what is cistern. I know you decided to set up shop in the cistern. You know, everybody talks about. Let me rephrase that. We always talk about your palatial estate and your crazy, all your different. Why don't you shoot a podcast from each different room in that place, dude? Or is it just a pain in the ass to carry it all over?
It's kind of the beauty of this little setup and what I'm working with right now, at least today, because in the past when we've talked about doing mobile podcasts or doing things remotely, this is essentially almost how it would be. So this is a little bit of a taste test.
I don't know how you managed to get light in there, dude, but looks pretty cool. Is it dingy? Is it like musty down there? I mean, you got computers and shit set up, so I imagine it's fine.
Oh yeah. Now we went ahead and did a little bit of a coating that keeps the water and moisture out, so we should be good, provided the creeks don't rise, or whatever the saying is.
Rivers don't overflow.
Yes, I mean, we do have the creek that runs through the property, but we shouldn't be in any danger of that.
No danger, no stranger danger.
Nope, none at all. Just the errant tree branch or whatever it is that knocked out the main Wi-Fi. So now I'm on the hotspot and.
Did that happen earlier? Because I saw there was a whole bunch of storms that went past us, but they went just south of us.
Yes, that happened. What's up, Carter?
This afternoon, few hours
ago. Yeah, maybe about 4
right south of us. I watched them all go by. What's up, Carter? They went right past us. Yeah,
it was a good one. I'll give it that. It was a good little ripper, and then everything in the house, shut off, came back on, and the Wi-Fi never came back on. Not long after that, I got a message saying that it was an outage, and approximately 9:30 would be the time that they'd have it restored. So, got me thinking about Plan B, and I was like, well, basically this would be the similar situation as if I was at a track and they didn't have Wi-Fi for me to use to stream or whatever.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Hugh Stevens, what's up to you as well?
Hey, what's good? What's up? It immediately makes me think of the Budweiser commercials. You know, I went and saw my wife and I went and seen Twisters this afternoon.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Was it?
It was really good, actually. Yeah, it was a good movie. Yep. I mean, even though I like
Uncle Steve.
Hey, what's good, man? It's great to see Uncle Steve in here. Brothers from another mother.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a good movie, man. It was a good movie. I kind of like the originals.
Yeah, but, I mean, was it kind of was it a nod to the original, but still its own unique thing, or a remake?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was good. It was a good movie, man. And now I found out that they have these 4DX movies where the seats shake and it blows out cold air or hot air and mist and wind and all kinds of shit. Like you can get totally submersed in the in all your senses. New Twister is better than the first. Okay, good. Well, it sounds like someone else kind of agrees with me there. Yeah, it was good. It was a good and special effects too. I mean, story was good. Heading down
holding down the fort here in Lake Havasu. God bless you, Steve. You're always doing the dirty work that nobody else wants to do. And We appreciate you for it. I can tell you that.
Havasu, I'd imagine they've got some pretty nice Hooters out there.
Yeah. Have a
You know what I
Sue,
mean.
have a Susan,
Have a
whatever.
Sue, have a Susie Q,
Have a Diane, whatever your flavor.
or a Cheyenne. You're in Havasu, Arizona, or Cheyenne.
Oh man.
Never mind. Okay, so anyways, yeah,
So how'd you
Twister.
enjoy those opening ceremonies?
Oh, super gay,
Yeah, I
super
mean, I
gay.
saw
I feel bad
Gojira,
for all
but I
the
felt like it
Christians,
was.
dude.
Yeah, I
I,
saw
I feel
Gojira, but it felt Go Queera.
get the fuck out of here. Actually, it was pretty ripping. I thought
That part was all
Adam's
right,
just a
but
troll. Adam's trolling me right
no,
now.
I mean that part of it was all right. But I mean, it was what, like a 4.5 hour show, and that was about what, a minute and a half to 2 minutes out of it. Everything else was g.
Yeah, no, super gay. All of it was super gay, and nothing against gays. I mean, my brother-in-law is you know gay. I have a brother that's
Yeah.
gay, and I mean,
Oh yeah.
nothing against the gays.
No, no,
But
no.
I mean, I don't know that the opening ceremonies of the Olympics have to have anything to do with sexualizing anything. Like, it's the fucking Olympics. It shouldn't have
It's
to do.
supposed to be a representation of every place and everybody, but this felt like a representation of only one small percentage of everybody, which was
Sounds good,
odd.
Carter, man. It was good.
What's up, James?
Oh,
Told you that in confidence, dude.
oh, it's all good, Carter. No kidding.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. If
Wait,
I
wait, wait,
wasn't up
wait, wait,
to
wait.
it.
Hold on. Carter says I gotta leave early, but I'm gonna go to bed. Gotta work tomorrow. Have to be up by 5. Gotta work
Yeah, he's
tomorrow.
got that job. Remember? He told us
Oh,
about
that's
that. He's got
right.
that job. He's
Yes,
working
he.
a few days a week.
That's right. That's right. Good
So,
for
yeah,
you,
he's out
young
there
man.
busting his hump.
As you should
Man, it
be.
was 6 o'clock rolled around pretty early for me. Perry came back from a 2 week vacation and had his first episode, and it was from 7 o'clock until I passed out around 1:35, and he was still screaming at the screen. It was great. A
What?
great night.
That whole
Great
time?
time to be alive.
Dude must be on Adderall or some shit.
He's not. He's mentally unstable. He's unhinged, and it's great. And he's getting paid for it. So
Yeah, yeah,
it's a
yeah, yeah.
beautiful little system he's got, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I assume so, No different than watching people that have ticks try to cook and shit. Like, that's pretty funny. But they put
Yeah.
themselves out there, so I'm not saying anything. I mean, I'm not saying they're
Yeah.
dumb. Just saying
Some people
that's
watch it
pretty
for
funny
the
shit.
recipes. Some people watch it for the humor. I mean, it is what you get out of it. So,
All right. It's supposed to be going to bed right now. I got to leave the house at 3:30 to go work, so it's not so
ooh.
hot in the attic.
Oh man, I don't blame you there.
Oh my lord. Yeah, you know what? In Washington, Missouri today, there was a heat index of 122. I think is what Lori said. It was 122 or
Christ.
125. Yeah, it was crazy hot, man. I know here in
Yeah,
Missouri, I
it's
didn't give
it's
a shit
warm.
really about anybody else. I just thought, wow, this sucks. And it
Yeah.
gets to a point to where when it's super hot, you ever notice like when it gets so hot that it almost just doesn't feel hot, where it's just so oppressive, you're just like, it's like goes,
You
it's
almost
weird. It's like
become
there's this,
accepting.
yeah, 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 yeah. Like your body's just like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
I
no in
guess you get
between.
acclimated to it in one way, shape, or form, but yeah,
Satan's
felt like
butthole.
Satan's butthole.
I felt
I
like
can only
Satan's
imagine.
butthole the other day trying to fumble through all the
There's
t-shirts
storage.
and stuff at the storage facility. Holy hell, was it hot in there? Jesus. I mean, I wasn't in there 5 minutes, dude, and just started
Sweat.
sweating my ass off. Yeah, man, it was a fucking
Hmm.
hot box for sure. Yep, it was warm
Yep.
in there. No AC up in that bitch at all.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, but yeah, the
And
opening ceremonies of the damn Olympics was pretty disappointing. Other than Gojira was fucking ripping, dude. And I mean, for them to take that song and turn it into a metal song, and then just fucking rip it, like, it was good, dude. And Deplanier Mario, the drummer, dude, he's just one of a kind, man. He's absolutely an amazing drummer. but it was
Yeah, I
ripping.
mean, it's
It was ripping.
started off with Marie Antoinette holding her head and singing. So I mean,
It was so
it had a
fucking
good kick.
crazy.
I mean, it got my attention. I was
For
watching
sure.
it. I was out, and I was out at out in Westport, and I was watching it, but there was no sound to it. And as I was watching it, and this, Assassin's Creed motherfucker with the torches running, zero
Yeah,
made sense
it
to me.
did look. It was
Nothing made
Assassin's
sense to me.
Creed,
Yeah, yeah,
dude. You
that's what
hit it
I
right
thought.
on the head. It is the Assassin's Creed guy.
That's what I thought. So I don't know if
That's
they're promoting a new
exactly
game
who that
coming out or if there was a
was.
game in Paris or whatever, but it
Well,
was
I
weird.
mean,
I'm
in
sitting there
Assassin's
eating, wondering
Creed.
what the fuck.
Well, in Assassin's Creed, he's like all over medieval times.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the whole thing
He's
is
like
they use
time
the
travels
animus
and
to
shit.
travel without. Yeah, they travel throughout history and they can, jump into other people's body. It's like a reincarnation type thing. All big story, but
Dude,
yeah, I've played the
it was
game
totally
more than
Assassin's
once.
Creed, bro. You hit it right on the
That's
head.
all I could think of. I was like, what in the
Yeah.
fuck are they telling me
I
here?
couldn't piece that together when I saw him standing there looking around, holding the torch. I was like,
Yeah.
man, why is that? What is he supposed to be? What is that? And then that just hit it right on the head.
I mean, but even that doesn't piece it together. It doesn't make the whole thing make sense. It's just like, oh, okay, that's the association in my brain that connects it. But what the fuck's he doing there?
Yeah, all right.
I don't
Well,
know.
and what was crazy is when they blew out all the red stringers out of
Yeah,
the cannons at the end, and it just looked like it
like
was
blood.
raining blood, dude. I was
Yeah,
like, damn, it's
I was
hardcore.
like,
Like
whoa, this is
fucking
pretty
flames
interesting.
and beheaded Marie Antoinette and then the
Yeah, some
fucking
boat was sailing
raining
down,
blood. Yeah,
behind
yeah,
him. I didn't know what
yeah.
that was about, but I was like, yeah, it's got streamers all over it. It looks, I guess,
It was
cool,
all
but
about the French Revolution. That's what it all was about, dude.
I
And
figured so. It looked like
where it's
Les
at these
Mis.
days. Yeah. It was crazy. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
it
So
was interesting. I think they're a little too artsy.
why did they behead Marie Antoinette?
Um, Man, I used to know this right off the top. I don't know
I
where my
know, didn't
phone
that
is.
wasn't that on the that was on our one of our podcasts, I think.
I don't think so.
We didn't talk about Marie Antoinette.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Mm-mm. Hmm. I mean, the first thing I pulled up is based on testimony of her son, Marie Antoinette was accused of incest and died at the guillotine. I feel like there was something probably more to it than that. I don't remember hearing that part in history. I'd remembered it. Oh, it was all part of the French Revolution. I think she was in power um, at the time. Her husband, Louis the something, was the leader. So the French Revolution, they executed him.
Mm-hmm. They
I
want her to
agree,
give
Uncle
some head,
Steve.
and that was the best she could do. Here's the only head I can give. Oh my god, that's funny as shit.
Oh man,
But yeah, so
yeah,
the opening ceremonies were totally fucked up, dude. And then they had the whole damn what looked to be the Last Supper with a bunch of fucking trannies. I mean, that
and
was pretty
they
much.
say it wasn't, but
Oh, dude. I mean, the chick in the
man,
middle's wearing the halo, like the sun thing. I, I mean, come on, really? They say it wasn't.
it's supposed to be some sort of representation of, I think, Greek gods, some sort of painting or something of them. And boy, I mean, just striking how close it was in
Oh, they're
relation to the
absolutely
Last
so
Supper.
full of
But
fucking shit. That's exactly what they do, man. That's exactly what they do.
yeah,
They
they
I mean, how many okay, let me ask you this. How many people were at the Last Supper? How many people were depicted at the table at the Last Supper?
about nine. How many apostles were there? I thought
Well,
there were like
there's
eight
12
to
at this
10.
table.
Mm-mm-mm.
There's 12 of them at this.
Okay, I'm pulling up the Yeah, it's definitely more than 8. So let's see.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, that's kind of ironic.
Yeah, 12 people in that. Hmm. Well, that's got to be a coincidence, right?
Yeah. just a coincidence. That's it. Yeah. I mean, Jesus.
That
Lord.
bridge being in Arizona is a crazy, crazy fact. I mean, who would have thought that London Bridge would be in Arizona? But it is. Moved there block by block. And yeah, just like Steve said, the heads that were put on spikes and everything on that bridge. I mean, the history it contains and holds and seen. Holy shit.
Check the bridge out. William Wallace.
That
The
is a
London
fact.
Bridge is in Arizona.
Correct.
Oh, I didn't know they moved it. I
Uh huh.
thought the London Bridge was still the London Bridge.
It's falling down, remember?
Fuck. Wait.
I think that
Am I supposed to tie that together? Like, is that really the? If that was supposed to be Last Supper, they should have stopped long before. Yeah, right. No, but if you look at the original Last Supper, there's a glow behind Jesus's head, which
mhm.
is the whole reason why the chick in the middle is wearing that fucking the thing around her head. I mean, dude, they must just think people are fucking totally retarded if they are denying that that wasn't supposed to be the Last Supper. Here's
It's
what
one
I
of two
think.
things. It's either they think people are totally retarded, or they totally think that that's what people want, or that they're pushing some narrative and agenda, and they're being, ultra progressive on this worldwide stage to be able to highlight, people of alternative lifestyle,
I
which
mean, it's
time and place, time and place. There's plenty of countries that are at the Olympics that somebody that displayed any sort of those characteristics would be eaten by lions within days. So,
no shit.
it's hard to try to force this narrative worldwide just because a select group of people feel that it's ultra important and that it's something that needs to be done.
If people took offense, we're sorry. What in the fuck did you think? People, I mean, dude, come on, man.
They sold it to him as art. That's it's art, and you can make your points through art, and it's all this overly artsy fartsy shit that people try to throw at you that doesn't mean anything in the real world. I mean, it's like a fashion show, and funny that it's in Paris. And how many fashion shows do you see, and you see these models walking down the runway in these outfits that are absolute fucking garbage, and people are applauding like it's the greatest thing ever, and you never see anybody wear it in the real world or ever. So it's just all this posturing, you know, art and people's noses up each other's asses for the
Dude, if
sake
you think,
of
I mean,
feeling like they're into something.
I don't personally believe it has anything to do with art. I think that the world right now is it's going to be pick a side time. It's either good or evil. Pick a fucking side. And right now, everybody's taunting each other, right? It's good versus evil. And
Hmm.
I think the powers that be, um, I think they're not necessarily on the good side per se. Um, yeah, I mean,
Steve
dude,
says you
it's
need
so
to
fucked up.
fly down there and check that London Bridge out.
Oh,
Hang
that'd
out with
be
Leah and
totally
Tony
fucking
Stewart.
awesome. Just fly and check it out sometime. Maybe you can hang out with Lee and Tony Stewart while you're there. But yeah, I talked to Tony,
Hmm.
um,
PRI.
PRI, and then I've got
Have you
some.
registered for that yet?
I have not. No, I haven't. I should
Okay.
though. I mean, it's no hurry, really. I don't feel the
This is
urgency.
exactly why I told you to do it when when I did it a couple weeks ago. I said just do it now, so you don't have to worry about it and don't have to think about it, and you don't have to worry about the deadline here, because I know you're going to push it to it. And yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh
operate
well.
better that way. Hey, man, I'm a Marine. I
Okay.
work best under pressure, dude. Just how I
Well,
operate.
proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
We're
That's a
talking about
military saying.
PRI. We're talking about PRI, Adam. We're not talking
Oh,
about
I
planning
know.
a race
We're always talking about planning a race.
for sure.
Don't forget that.
Yeah, aren't
Only
we?
85 days away, so I hope we are.
Yeah, no shit. Which I'm super excited. So got confirmation that Bob Glenn will be there,
Sweet.
ready to smack some ass with his fucking sweet ass fastback Mustang.
It's a pretty car. No doubt about
It's
that.
so nice, dude. Yeah, it's such a nice ride. He said that out of his last 6 races, here, what did he tell me? He said since our event, he said since our event, let's see, I think sir. He said we've been on fire ever since your race, buddy. Because I've lost 2 rounds since then, and both were red lights. 6 races, 5 finals, 4 wins.
Nice.
That's pretty.
Yeah, he's
That's
coming for some more hardware and checks.
yeah, he is, man. Which
Damn.
is great because we need. I mean, we need some good heavy competition. You know.
Yeah. I mean, some good heavy competition, a little bit of shit talking. You know me, I'm always for that.
Yeah, I
I,
know.
I I'm
I'm not a
always
shit
waiting for
talker.
a. I am, and I love it. It's so much fun. So
I guess so. Or
anybody
maybe I
out there
got
that's
maybe I
looking
got
to facilitate,
PTSD from being a kid. I was bullied as a kid, so I've
uh,
quickly learned not to participate. It's one of two things: either I'm going to ignore you, or we're going to fight. And
yeah,
I'm getting a little old for the fighting thing.
nope, I hear you.
I haven't been to that many races, but last I checked, I haven't lost since Charles.
Little redemption. I know that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, amen.
Charles will be there after he's gotten everything all fixed up and ready to go. So
Yeah, he's rocking and rolling.
he says, "Bring it."
Fuck yeah, he does.
Why wouldn't he? That is the fun of it.
That is the fun of it. You hit it right on the head, or right on just the tip.
Yep, that's how I usually like to roll. Test the waters. Oh man,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
looking
that's
at
the
this.
plan.
The plan. That's the plan. Amen. That's the plan, Stan. So yeah, so Twister was good. Gojira was awesome. The rest of the opening Olympics was fucking disgusting. And USA, I guess, is doing pretty good. They're kicking some ass. It looks like the rugby team did some good shit. Whoa. Actually, I might just leave the light there. That's kind of wicked.
It's spooky time.
Spooky time. This is bet you didn't know
Man,
that
I
really I am possessed.
I mean, I'll change the lighting if anybody wants to come in and tell ghost stories. I'm all for that. You know me. I'm always down for a good ghost story.
No. Bet you didn't know Adam and I lived in a haunted house. Have
Oh yeah, we've covered it on a few episodes, so
we? I
I'd
bet you didn't know.
figure. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we did. But it seems we got different sometimes we have different folks hanging out here.
Yeah, yeah. No,
But yeah, we
it's a good
sure the
time.
hell did. And then Adam's estate there, I'm pretty sure is haunted.
I wish, I would like to live in a haunted house. That would be great. What's going on with
I
the
mean, I
background?
think it would be fun.
We're down in the
But
basement. Got the old brick up.
yeah, he's in the you know, we talk about we talk about Adam's estate there and how we talked about having different shooting from different places in the whatever you want to call that manor. Um Say I sent it to him. Maybe he should have let Jordan come and coach the team.
It's funny.
Perhaps.
I mean, Jordan's on his jersey, so it's funny.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. But yeah, so Adam, where did you say you were? You're down in the
We're down in the
cistern.
bunker.
Yeah, the bunker. Yep.
Hold them tight. We had the storm rip through, so came down here earlier and figured Wi-Fi isn't working, so may as well just do it from here anyway.
Yeah.
No harm in that. Dogs are happy, so we're all doing good.
Yeah, my dogs are happy. They're kicked up on a fucking bench right now.
Stool.
Pretty nice. Those are stabbing myself, knocking shit over. It's how it's fun. That's how we like to do it.
Yeah. Endless amounts of fun, I can imagine.
What's happening here? I think
Don't
I'm a
know.
little too tight on the cord. Oh, there we go. You know how these things are magnetized into the top.
Yeah.
I was thinking about getting a
Yourself a
different
little bit
color mic thing.
Yeah. Like the cable? I got the
No, not the
one with the
cable.
old blue and black.
No,
Mix it
the
up.
old the microphone cover.
You think that's a green screen? Got my water bottle right here.
It is not a green screen, folks. It is not a green screen. No, sir. Yo, what's up, Nick?
Not even a little. What's up, Nick? Poke something. You know I will, buddy. You get your ass on up here.
Poke some, man.
Let's see.
Poke it back there.
I'm trying to see what you guys can see. I mean, I got a keyboard right here.
Yeah. Tap on the brick.
Mouse. It's hard. I don't know if I can stretch.
Oh, okay. You don't have to worry about it.
I might not be able to.
James says, break the computer.
No. No, not a green screen. I mean, there's a little drapery over I mean, it's like a window, but it's down in the basement, so it's more like an air vent. So just kind of gives aesthetic, but
I still don't believe it unless you
slam my computer on the ground. I'll tell you what.
I don't believe it's brick unless you take a sledgehammer and start knocking brick out.
Whew, that'd be costly. That'd
Yeah,
be some costly repair.
Yeah, it would. Maybe we could find a sponsor that does brickwork.
Yeah, or computers if I'm gonna have to break one. So either way, I'll take it. I'll take a partnership on any aspect of the tech side of things. If somebody wants to get in there and help out.
Yo, what's good, Nick? Are we spanking our meat? Did you miss me? Can't hear you laugh out loud. That's funny.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm all bricked up. You got that right.
Can everybody hear Adam and I okay? Adam had to take a different approach. He's down in his cellar because we had some storms go through and knock some shit out. So all of his stuff is set up.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why it's in. I mean, I don't know why you would go to the cellar when you got a house that's 18 inches full of stone walls.
I go where the mood takes me.
Mm-hmm. That sounds weird.
Yeah. But no,
I
I
know
do
what that
have a
means.
green screen. I thought about doing the green screen, but I didn't want to set it up and hang it, or else I would have given it a shot. And I'm not on the computer, so I don't have. There's just so many things I don't have, but
He's got a gremlin screaming. Well, don't feed it, whatever you do.
not after midnight, or let it go near water.
Yeah, don't let it get anywhere near water. That would be bad. Mm-hmm. So what else is good, PA?
Same old, same old. Do you know Howie Mandel was the voice of Gizmo in all the Gremlins movies?
I don't think I knew that.
I didn't either until recently. I was watching his podcast with Corey Feldman was on it, and
Corey
he
Feldman.
had mentioned
Oh
that.
boy. You
What a talentless piece of shit that guy is. Just a
don't give a fuck.
delusional asshat that is just out there thinking he is something way more than he ever is. And I can't even imagine anybody's told him that he's that good. So I don't know.
Um,
It's
I wouldn't
wild.
hate the player, bro. I'd hate the game.
It's an ultimate fake it till you make it, and he's still trying to make it. But he made it at one
He
point in
is
time. Now
making
he's
it.
got to remake it.
He's still making
He's
it,
not making it. He's
bro.
making it as a joke.
I don't get it. Money's money, dude. If he's not trying to make money, he's making money. Is that what you mean by making it?
Well, it's one thing if you're a joke of an artist and people go to see your show to partake in the joke, but you're going out there on stage giving it your best, giving it your all, thinking that you're an artistic master and that you just put gold out for these people to feast upon, then there's a problem. If he doesn't understand and realize that he is being mocked and laughed at by doing this and
He
doesn't
doesn't care. It's no different than your dude you watch on your podcast.
well they're both delusional, so that's why it is entertaining. But yeah, I
You're
get it. I'm
hating
not
on the
saying that
dude.
either one of them. I'm not hating on it. I'm hating on
Yeah,
him
it
as a
sounds pretty
person.
hating. Nah, I know you're hating on him pretty
Him as a
bad.
talentless person I'm hating on, but not the comedy that he gives me. That part's entertaining.
Steve. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I would go to see him just because it is so talentless.
Yes,
And it's
I
like,
would too.
wow, I'm so embarrassed for you, but like it's amusing because you don't find it embarrassing. So,
I I
hey,
agree.
props to you, bro. Props to
I,
you.
I don't disagree, but yeah, it's just wild that anybody could be that out of touch that they don't understand, or that
What's
they
good, Mike?
what's up, Mike, that they don't see a single comment on the internet or anything like that. It's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense, Nick. Sound is out, bro. Sound is out.
Possibly.
Possible. Sounds like a French word.
Possi.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it is. I was watching him do a solo, and I was like, "What in the?" I mean, if you want to
Oh
call
yeah.
it a solo, I don't even know what
On the
it
purple
was. Just
guitar.
yeah, dude, it was so funny.
Whoop, whoop. You hit the button.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh my god!" Like he's for real, dude. It's fucking hilarious.
He thinks he is. Yeah, he thinks he is for real. And
Well, maybe,
that
dude,
part
he is an
I can get
actor.
behind.
He probably knows exactly what he's doing, dude. I mean, look at what they named the tour. In the tour, like the
It's the
loser
Loserville
tour,
Festival, or yeah, the Loserville tour.
Loserville,
It's
right?
put on by Limp Bizkit,
Yeah,
but I'm sure that there was a spin to it that they gave to Corey, and Corey's the very first band that goes on, and there are some shit bands that come after him. Um, it's a horrible festival until Limp Bizkit comes out and plays break stuff at the beginning and then at the end. And the Limp Bizkit part's awesome. They kill it, but everybody else is just a talentless bag of crap. It's great. I watched some reviews
right.
of
And
the
that's the truth.
they had it at Riverport or Hollywood or whatever the hell it is a couple
Hmm.
weeks ago. And there was some guy that drove from Kansas City out there that kind of follows Corey, and he gave a real good breakdown of the whole event, and is basically trash aside from Limp Bizkit.
Well, I
They
mean, that's
killed it.
probably the goal. Like, how great is that? Like, you go on
Oh
tour with
yeah,
like 7 other bands, and they all absolutely
yeah.
suck, and it just makes you look awesome.
Oh, that's the ultimate. You're so in control of the big fish, small pond right there. You set
That's
up
right.
all these bowling pins to then just come barreling down the alley and just knock them all out.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I mean,
great.
it's no different than when we hold a drag racing event and we have, like box and no box and index racing and shit.
Yeah. I, box no box still confuses the fuck out of me. The box part, I'm like, what are we doing? I
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like anybody could hop in a box car, and this is me talking straight out my ass, and I'll admit it completely. But
Just gotta
it's like
flip a
if the
switch, dude. Just flip a
yeah,
switch.
and the computer just lets it go when it's supposed to go. And well,
Times it all.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, giddy up.
Yeah.
What are we doing? So yeah, that part confuses me, but it's all good.
Yeah. 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 And
It's
by the
it's
way,
still
I'm not
interesting.
hating
It's still
against
cool
any
cars.
index drivers or any
Same
index
here.
racers or box or no box guys.
Mm-mm.
You know, bracket racing's fun, although I've never
Yeah,
done it, but I understand it and it's cool and it's fun.
yeah, I
Um,
get it.
Index racing seems to be like it would be very challenging, especially anything like 390 index, 380 index. If they have those, I heard there's high
If
three indexes. That's got to be pretty tough.
it's there's definitely a science to dialing in and running a set time, or trying to get as close to that time without going over, all those different factors to run, just say like a 470 class.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a sweet science to that, and I can appreciate everything that goes into that science and figuring it out. But I'm of the old
Yay.
school mentality of a race is a race, and who's fastest is who's fastest. It's not,
That's right.
these two people run the same speed. Let's have them race and see, who missed half a step or whatever. So I kind of like the fact that it's not decided at the light. It can be decided anywhere throughout the track. So
Yep,
it's
that's right.
personal preference. Personal preference.
Dude, what about Cole's new ride, dude? That Mustang is fucking sweet.
Yeah, it's
Damn,
a
that
pretty
thing
little
is
car.
fucking sweet, man. Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's good looking. I remember
No
when
arguments on
Larry
that.
Jeffers was showing pictures of it. I was like, damn, that thing is cool as fuck. And then Cole owns it. I was like, what? Cole, get out of here, man. Really?
Must be
Dang, dude.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas come early.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be
it is
nice
a
to see what
nice
he does with
ride.
that.
Whoa, what weird echo.
Being stupid is like being dead. You don't know it, and it only hurts people around you.
All right.
Yeah, amen.
For sure.
Very true.
That is the truth. Cody Cattle Company. I've never heard of those guys. I guess they're out of
Should I
Texas.
have?
I don't know. They're sponsoring Cole's car. mm-hmm.
No clue. I mean, I feel like we had talked to some sort of cattle people or steak people before in Texas, but I'd really have to dig back through my notes on that one. Don't know if they're the
Mm-hmm.
same people or not.
I
So
don't
what
know.
else? What else has the old fam family been up to? Any summertime adventures been
Yeah, dude.
had
I
or
mean,
coming
we
up?
just went to Six Flags. I mean, if I'm buying Six Flags passes for everybody, we're going. I'm gonna wear them out, dude. So
Can't blame you.
that's kind of the goal, man. As you know, I just went recently, and that was fun. And the man, I would tell you, dude, the boss, that thing is fucking ridiculous, dude. It is ridiculous.
It's at the wooden one.
Yeah, it's a long wooden one, dude. It's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, roller coasters are a good old time.
Yeah, it was very mm, it's just very rigid and I'm
Yeah,
trying
it's
to
real
think of the right
stiff.
word for it.
It's borderline rough
It's
almost.
very rough, very turbulent, and it will fuck you up, dude. Like when I got off of
Yeah.
it, I thought that I maybe had compressed my spine or had a bulging disc or fucked myself up. Like it was brutal. I don't believe that anybody, and no offense by ages, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just saying that even at 47, it was pretty violent, dude. It was I mean, it slams hard and it's rattling the teeth out of your skull, and it's fucking crazy, man. It's good. I ran
Yeah.
into a buddy of mine there who owns an F-45, and he's a trainer, and he's a pretty fit guy. And so when I was telling him when I was leaving and he was coming up the walkway to get on it, I was like, dude, I was like, it's brutal, man. He's like, get out of here. And I was like, no, bro, it's fucking brutal. Well, later on we saw him and he was telling me that his daughter thought I was just trying to psych him out. And he goes, no, bro, you're right. It's absolutely brutal. It's fucking brutal. I was like, I know, dude.
It's a rough ride.
No, it's a rough ride, man.
Yeah, that and the Ninja. Ninja's not a calm, comfy ride either.
No, and they didn't do a great job in the shoulder restraint placement on that because you're going to smoke your ears to death on the side of those fucking things. I mean, and it goes back and forth so hard that Lori tried to turn her head one time and it hit a turn and she fucking busted her nose and bled out all over the fucking place.
Yeah, Jesus,
that's a real roller coaster. You're not bleeding, you're not riding. That's what I used to tell my girlfriends.
That's interesting.
Take that however you want.
Take it exactly the way you meant it.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Work it or don't. Yeah. Anyways. So it was Six Flags. It's fun, dude. They got some cool new rides, and the kids at first were very intimidated to go on because we traumatized them at Silver Dollar City. One of them passed out. The other one freaked out because she was passed out, so she was hysterical. Emmett was about went into a hyperventilation mode.
What ride was this on?
This was the powder keg.
Okay.
Yeah, and it kind of goes up. So we get to the park early at Silver Dollar City. We're like first in line, right? Or some of the first 20 in line. And we're waiting there for about an hour and a half for the gates to open. They got the chains up and everything. And so we got the app open and we're trying to decide which one do we want to go on first. And my thought was, well, it's just like Six Flags. If you go into the park and you hop on the first one, that's where everybody's going to be. So we kind of strategized. Go to the far
back of the park and work your way back to the front.
Right. So, and then we had to find one that was the right ride height for everybody. So we had found one previously, but it was like 46 inches or something, or 44 inches. And Emmett wasn't quite that tall. So then we found one that was 38 inches. And we were like, oh, okay, you can definitely go on that one. So when we get in, we're going to go right back to the powder keg in the back of the park. 38 inches. It'll be good for the whole family. It'll be fun. So you get in, you get on it. And I said, hey, we're going to ride in the front because that's always the best part, right? Right in the front. Yep. Until this year I had an epiphany and I found that riding in the back is a whole different experience.
But we're riding, but there's something to be said for both sides of it.
For sure. So we all get on and it's Emmett and I in the two front. And then it is Hazel and Stevie behind me. And then Lori is behind them. And what happens is you get on and it's sitting there. And then
Adam
it kind of
hydrated.
That's right, he does. And it goes up like it's like on a track, but where you're sitting on the track, it's like a dead end. There's a building in front of you. So you're like, well, how the hell do we get on the track? Well, it takes you up in a diagonal thing, and then it stops, and then it rolls you onto the track, and you're sitting there. And there's a timer. It's like, all right, everybody, welcome to Silver Dollar City. We're getting ready to blow this powder keg, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to happen in 3. And Emmett's like, Dad, I don't think I want to go. And he starts crying. I'm like, dude, it's going to be fine. I was like, we're already on. And as I'm consoling him, it fucking just 0 to 60. And I mean, dude, it was shocking, right? Because I had my head turned. My head gets planted back. I put my arm over Emmett's chest, and all he's got is tears. His eyeballs are just wide open. He's got tears going back, and he's like in total fucking shock. Then I hear Stevie in the back. Hazel passed out. Hazel passed out. I'm like trying to look back, and I can't see her over my shoulder. And you hear Stevie like, "It's okay, Hazel. It'll be okay." And I'm like, dude, what in the hell is even happening right now? Then we get off the ride. Stevie has a meltdown. She just breaks down because she just watched her sister pass out and had never seen anything like it. And she thought she was like dead. So Stevie's having a meltdown and I'm laughing, right? And Stevie's like, Hazel passed out. It's not funny. It's not funny. And I'm trying to be sensitive, but, you know, Emmett's still in shock. And anyways, yeah, so that's how I broke my kids on roller coasters. So
that'll do it.
Needless to say, they were slightly traumatized. So I was kind of concerned on how Six Flags was going to go this year. However, after forcing through some tears and a little persuasion, they made it to the other side. And now they're addicts.
Yep. Now they're pros.
Now they're pros. Yep. Adam's in the mega jug along with his mega bong around there somewhere. Who lost their cookies on the ride? No one's lost their cookies on the ride. I've never thrown up. None of my kids have thrown up. I'm not a thrower.
I threw up one time at Six Flags, and it was after riding Tom's Twister 3 times in a row. And that was all it took.
Oh, the Gravitron. Hell yeah. I'm all about it. That's like Tom's Twister. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Really? That one did you in, huh?
Well, after the 3 times in a row, you know, you get off and you just walk back up the stairs, and it was not a very long line because it barely even looked like a ride. Especially,
well, no one wanted to ride it anyways because it was like so fucking brutal. So you could go on it as many times as you wanted.
It's exactly what we did. So I found out 3 times was my limit on that thing, and I didn't need any more of it. So
thank God I've never been on a ride where someone's actually take that back. Out of all the damn rides, we're on Thunder River a couple weeks ago. We ain't leaving until they're heaving. Right. Shit, it'll be me now. My kids are roller coaster crackheads now at this point. But so we go on, out of all the rides, we go on Thunder River. And I'm like, oh, great. We'll cool down. This will be nice. It's a hot ass day, 100 degrees probably. And as we get to the end of Thunder River and we're waiting to go up the big rubber ramp, you know, to unload. Yeah. Stevie like jumps back in her seat. She's like, and I'm like, what? And she's just like looking at me, and she like looks down, and I look over, and this kid, fucking Ralph's, like pukes all over his. He's got a black shirt on too and black shorts. Yeah. He's got all this slimy, chunky, super sour, disgusting hurl all down the front of his shirt. And then there's chunks floating in the water down by everybody's feet. And so everybody's trying not to, I mean, no one wants the kid to feel bad, but at the same time, everybody's got like their feet up, trying not to get puke chunks on their socks and shoes.
Oh, yeah. No, Busch Gardens, not a souvenir you want to take home.
No, hell no. No. And the kid was by himself, which we kind of felt bad about, you know, but you could tell like he was pale. And I think that he just had succumbed to the heat, you know. I was like, how do you puke on Thunder River, dude? Like
maybe a little, if you're already going into
dehydrated,
seasick, what, you know, there's probably so many contributing factors to that kid chucking on that ride as opposed to any of the other ones that it would make pretty good sense on. So,
and then he was like, he's trying to undo the buckle, and when they like undid it, like it flung a little bit of puke and it got on my mouth a little bit, and I was like, oh. I'm just joking, that didn't happen. It'd be a lot funnier if it did. Be sure to check out Hershey Chocolate Factory while you're there. Hey, make sure you come down and check out Uranus Fudge Factory while you're here.
They're going to be expanding into Indiana.
Uranus? Really? Well, that's good.
Yep.
They should.
Yeah, multiple locations.
Uranus Fudge Factory. It's been there forever, dude. I mean, even as a kid, it was like the funniest thing to go by.
Oh, it's
Uranus
hilarious.
Fudge Factory.
What a great little town.
And it's funny because they did a Flying H event, and it was funny watching all the racers post as they were coming up 44
Yeah,
about
going through
Uranus Fudge
Uranus.
Factory. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's funny. Bush's Gardens.
I've
Wonder
been
if that's the
to Busch
same
Gardens in
Bushes.
Tampa. It is.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the same Bush family. Yeah.
same Bush family. Yeah, it's gonna be
Bush
Hershey squirts
squirts.
everywhere. Yeah. Oh
I hear that
man,
town smells great though.
what town?
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Like literally?
Yeah, I mean, it smells like chocolate.
Heard banjos. Yeah, and out front they had some gag balls hanging from the front porch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's definitely kind of, I mean, its own little space and spot out there. Old Uranus. It's nothing much around it.
I mean that is the name of the town, right? Uranus,
Correct.
Missouri.
Hmm.
So is there a Uranus, Indiana?
I don't know. I didn't read into the story. I just saw the headline that they had gotten permit approval in Indiana to open up another location.
Hmm.
That is all that I know about that one.
Okay, well that makes sense. All right, see. Well, yeah, the U.S. is kind of kicking everybody's ass. That's pretty good.
Oh, like
Japan's
in the
not far
medal
behind
count.
us. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I saw a video of a Japanese jiu-jitsu lady who lost to a Canadian lady, and it was her first loss in 5 years, and she lost her shit. Like had a mental breakdown after losing. It was,
Yeah, because
at
she's probably
first it
gonna
was
get
like,
she's gonna be
yeah,
persecuted and probably caned when she gets back.
it's possible. At first it was like, oh man, hey, I get it. You feel emotional, but this was like a 5-minute video of her over cowered in corners, screaming and crying.
Yeah,
At
because
one
the
point, it's just like,
Yakuza is probably
get
gonna kill
fucking
her
hold of
family
yourself.
when she gets back.
That's the risky run.
Yeah.
That's the Olympic game. You know that
Yeah, we were
going in.
talking about that, Nick. It's totally fucking fucked up. Yeah. You mean
Yeah,
the Last Supper that was yeah, disgusting the whole thing.
it was interesting. Yes, old Gay
It's the
Perry.
end of the world as we know it. I mean, dude, just
Uh, I
to on
doubt
a
it.
world stage mock Christianity like that, dude, I'm telling you, man, it's good versus evil. It's good versus evil right now, and you're gonna have to pick a side. I'll tell
It's,
you,
but
the
that's
only
the
ones that
battle
ascend.
for all throughout time. Isn't that
Yeah,
the
but it's
battle
not been
ultimately?
this imminent. It's not been this like
Every
in
generation
your
says that
face.
though.
No, but it hasn't.
Every
It's never
generation
been
says
this
that.
way. How long have
Well,
we had
no,
internet? How long have we had
well,
cable? How
I
long have we had
agree.
internet? How long have we
I
had
agree.
social media? So you don't agree because you're arguing
Sure.
with me.
No,
So
no.
what I'm
I'm
saying is that
saying
it's
every generation has their thing that comes about
mm,
and is just the sign of the apocalypse, whether it be, the nuclear weapons, nuclear power, there's always
yeah.
some sort of doom and gloom thing, and oh, the kids these days, and it's a perpetual thing. See, I don't
I
know if it's a end
agree.
times thing.
I feel like the current climate is much different and much more heightened than I think it ever has been because everybody is tied into it like the Matrix between social media and
Mhm.
propaganda and phones and computers and what you see on TV, the whole thing. Like everybody is tied
Sure.
into it. Like during the Cold War and in the 40s and 50s. I mean,
Hmm.
the only propaganda getting fed to anybody was on the radio and if you got some
Right.
radio or some
That's the worst
TV,
thing
but
that social media has done is it has given people the thought that their opinion matters. And not everybody's
yeah.
opinion matters. Everybody's opinion matters to them, but everybody's opinion doesn't need to be, described out on a social platform for others to, to make a grandstand about. It's your opinion. Fine.
Right. Right.
but now everybody has to have an opinion, and everybody has to have ultimate worth and value and respect and validity for no reason anymore because social media makes it seem that that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, there's never been such an outlet to where everybody can tune in, which, I don't know if
Right.
that's good or bad. I think
Double-edged sword.
where it becomes bad is when the people that don't have good intentions, only self-fulfilling intentions, are
Hmm.
able to manipulate that to curb things to their side. And if you're saying, and what I'm saying is that if the internet and social media and all that is this new higher intelligence, and that can be manipulated um, towards one direction.
Hmm.
That's how shit can get really fucked up. And I think the
Yeah.
Olympics is a prime example of that
Oh yeah.
with
A hive mindset mentality for people has never been easier to achieve.
right.
You can put out a couple buzzwords or key phrases, and you could you could amass support in some way, shape, or form of people, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you look at, how they're systematically going after the kids and on a world level,
Hmm.
how, and I just call it evil because I think that if it's not, if it's self serving and it's not about helping each other and loving one
Hmm.
another, then then I just call that evil. Um,
And
so like
it's the
even if you're
same.
sacrificing children in the name of whoever because you think that that's what you should be doing, it's not cool. I mean, anything that is inflicting any kind of negative vibration or harm on anybody is evil. That's how I
Well,
look at it.
that's kind of the same line of logic that they used to get rid of Joe Camel, isn't it? That Joe Camel was marketing harmful, horrible things to children because
Yeah,
that's their
right,
future
because it was
clientele.
cool. Yeah,
But
because it
because it was
was
cool and because that's
cool.
their clientele coming up.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I don't disagree. I mean, I don't think you should be marketing cigarettes to kids. You
Sure.
know, I
Yeah,
think it
well,
should be
now it's
something.
not that they're marketing cigarettes towards kids. Now it's, all this other stuff that isn't maybe chemically addictive, but it's mentally addictive or,
Well, they're trying to
prompts them to
normalize.
spend.
Well, again, they're trying to use they're trying to use sexualization of people as propaganda. When
Sex
really
sells.
there's been homos and lesbians for fucking ever. There has
Sure.
been. But
Yeah.
it wasn't until recently, not until the past 3 or 4 years, that they really got a huge platform and got thrusted out into the forefront and was all of a sudden has made it a huge thing when really there was never a reason to make it a big deal in the first place, especially considering that it's like less than 2% of the population. So for them to
Hmm.
do that is totally fucked up, man. And I think that I do believe that I do believe it's not good, man. I do believe it's not good because it's all being exacerbated at a much faster, higher scale per se, and it's not just isolated incidences here and there. It's being forced out into the public on everybody on a world scale, and
Hmm.
I mean, Lee, I can't imagine how like Muslims and people like them watching that, how they, I mean, I'm sure they felt the same thing. Muslims believed in Jesus, right? I mean,
And
Jesus
if anything,
was the
maybe it
guy.
prevents another 9/11 here. It may redirect some focus.
Yeah, right. Because I mean, look, dude, in the Middle East, bro, if you're gay and it's not cool, I mean, whatever, man. I mean, to each their own. Like, I think from a humanity standpoint, you
Yeah,
should
I'm not
love
saying it's
everybody.
right or wrong on either side. It's just a commentary on how those people live their lives and how they view things
Right.
like that. It's it isn't
Dude, they
as
literally
accepted
will
globally.
you know, in the Middle East, bro, they put
You
a
tossed off roofs.
they put blindfolds on you and just push you off a roof head first.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
and that's fucking brutal. I mean, that's brutal,
yeah.
but
I'm not
you know,
saying
it's
that
their
that's right. I'm
beliefs.
just saying that is a
No,
fact. That
it
is
is a
how things
fact.
are going over there.
That is, and how it's been for a long time. I mean, fuck, dude, they've been doing all
Hmm.
kinds of crazy shit for a long time. However, um, it's just, I mean, could you imagine if the fact that they geared it towards Christianity, I think, is the mind blowing part to me. And normally, I don't give a shit really about
Well,
politics and
Christianity
religion
is the
because I'm not a full blown, I'm not
it has to be
Catholic,
an
I'm not
attack on
Baptist.
Christianity, though, because that's who changed the social norms and perceptions and put taboos on everything to where now that is no longer good and accepted. I mean, like you said, gay people have been there throughout history. Look at Roman times where it was, bisexuality or, fraternizing with people of the same sex wasn't even viewed as gay. It was just viewed as a good time. So it
Yeah, and we
wasn't until
saw how
Christianity came
Sodom
around.
and Gomorrah went down, didn't we?
Did we? We saw how it was
I
written in a
mean, I
book.
didn't. I didn't see it. It's in a
Do we
book.
have
I
any
mean,
evidence
well,
of
there
people's
is.
pillars of salt or anything?
Well, no, but we do know
I'm not saying
Sodom and
that things weren't
Gomorrah.
happening.
We do
Sure,
know
but
that
that
it rained down limestone and brimstone. Not limestone, but
I
brimstone
I don't
and
know if we
fireballs
know
and
that
shit.
from an archaeological standpoint. I'm not sure that we have any scientific backing of that. I think that I don't think Sodom and Gomorrah have been completely identified to even have something like that said from a historic aspect. I think it could be said in the Bible, but I'm not saying that the Bible is a historical reference.
For some reason, I believe that I thought that when they were doing any kind of excavation at Sodom or Gomorrah, um, that they have found evidence of that. At least I know that they have found that brimstone you can actually light with a lighter. It's like stone that catches fire, which is crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Oh, it's a
obviously,
wild thing.
it is a
And
wild
volcanic
thing.
activity and things like that. Pompeii. There's ample possibilities of things that could have entered the atmosphere and rained down. Not saying that it may not have happened. I'm not saying that God punished these two towns for debauchery and left everybody else who was really committed to basically the same debaucheries out in the world free to be. And these towns were the example, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy into that part of it.
You know, it's just really it was just a very kind of crazy not atmosphere, but just the opening ceremonies were just a very interesting
Mhm.
vibe.
All empires
Very
fall.
impressive.
I mean,
Very
Romans,
interesting vibe.
America, Mongols, Christianity. I mean, no no one force can is going to lead throughout time. There's always going to be ebbs and
I
flow.
firmly believe that good will prevail. And if we tie that to good or evil or any religions that are founded on doing good versus evil, like, you know, let's look at like Satanism, right? You know,
I would almost say
I
that
know people
Satanists would
that,
probably do less harm to people than
well,
Christians
they
have.
do that. Well, you know what they do. Well, and that's interesting, right? Because Christians have had a long history of, you know, battling to fight for God, right? Like
Sure.
killing other people in the name of
Yeah.
God. It
Crusades,
reminds me of
children's
like
crusades,
Boondock Saints,
everything. Yeah. I mean,
which is kind of
Christians and Muslims are just the Republicans and Democrats of the religious world. There has to be two opposing sides always because that creates controversy. Somebody has it's a power thing. It would be
yeah, so
devastating
to your
if we had
point,
a
right? So
universal
right now, I
religion.
think that evil is winning.
Well, but who's evil? I mean, from a religious standpoint, if you're saying Christianity is the good, then who's the evil?
I think anybody that
And is Christianity the only good
no,
to
I'm
where
not
everything
saying
else
just
is evil?
Christianity. No, because look,
But if But if the attack from the opening ceremonies is on Christianity, then that would be putting Christianity as the superior or the top, to where you would be assigning that as good, because they weren't attacking Muslims, they weren't attacking these other religions. So that would mean Christianity is the side of good, where
Right.
what's the evil that's attacking?
The evil is the sexualizing of children. It is the
Well, right, but who's the group? That's the I mean
I
that's
mean, I
also the
think the
question.
group is
If
the group
Christianity is
is
the
all
good, there has to be a
the
group.
group. If Christianity is group, what do you mean? Like the group? Who's the evil
Well, if
group?
Christianity is going to right, there has to be, in order for this to be an attack on Christianity
I
from the
don't know that
opening
we can.
ceremonies, there would have to be a concerted effort and a known propaganda objective for a group of people that would, in coordination, put this on.
Sure, it's the elites at the top.
So, like the Illuminati.
I can't put a name on it. Whoever's at the top, man. Whoever is
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm
whoever
not sure who it
is
would be either.
I don't know, dude. It's the elitists, man. It's just like the whole fucking Epstein thing and everybody involved with that and the sexualizing kids and all the fucking weird shit. Like, man, I mean, it's all kind of fucked up, dude. As profound as that sounds.
No doubt.
10 Commandments will explain all you need to know. Bible is basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's right. That's right.
They are very, I mean, they're very good basic guidelines, no doubt about that. I mean, take all the other religious aspects out of everything and just say these are the guidelines to go by. You know, can't argue that. Throw in and do unto others as you'd have done to you, and I think we're covered. But
It
all the other
says,
stuff that goes into it and behind it, the money and everything behind Christianity, the Vatican, the secrets that they hold, the control over things that they have. I'm not going to go out and say that they're the good. They their main their main meeting place is a fucking serpent's head. So you can't tell me that the Vatican and Christianity is all good.
oh no, 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 no. And look, I wouldn't even put the I wouldn't even label Catholicism with it. I think Catholicism has its own
It's just like you were talking about
whole
earlier. I think
deeply rooted earth
it's something that
controlling
was created
families.
for good. Yeah, I think that it was something created for good, like you were talking about earlier, that was then manipulated by other people who saw the advantageous nature of for themselves in it, and have
So what do you
basically weaponized it.
so what did they call the religion like right when Jesus was out with his followers, right? And just before he went for the weekend to Rome or to Bethlehem. Wait, where did he go? Where was that? Where he rode in on his donkey and the
And
Romans.
Nazareth,
Was that at
Jesus of
Nazareth?
Nazareth, I
Well, no, no,
believe
not at
so.
Nazareth. No, it was when he went to Bethlehem. It wasn't that when he went to
Bethlehem was where he was born,
Bethlehem is
in
where
the
he was
manger.
born.
Hmm.
Where was it for the weekend when they went up north? Everybody makes the trek to
That's
the
Mecca. Are you talking
city.
about Mecca?
No, no.
Hmm.
Anyways,
I mean, there are
before
pilgrimages to Bethlehem, but yeah.
I feel like that's like the normal. Anyways, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm not Catholic, so I don't fully understand a lot of the stuff. But anyways, and I didn't study theology, so I'm probably out of line talking
I've
about a
spent
lot of
many
this. But
years trying to forget all this stuff, so
but it's important, man. I do believe now more than ever in my life that like shit's getting heavy, and shit has always been getting heavy. But I think that it's quantum processing getting heavier is what I believe. And I
yeah.
firmly believe that when you die, you will ascend or you won't ascend. And depending on your vibration or depending on your acts of kindness and service will determine whether or not you ascend or you get fucking recycled. And you want to call that hell, you want to call earth hell, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but um, I do believe that, and so I think fundamentally anything that's built on any level of Christianity is good. I do. I believe that, which I know our country was founded on God,
No,
and
our
the Ten
country was founded
Commandments.
on freedom of religion. It wasn't founded on Christianity, and it was actually founded by Puritans.
Dude,
So
in
it
God we
wasn't
trust.
Christianity.
In God
Well,
we trust. It's all
but
based on the
but it
fundamentals
doesn't
of
that
God.
doesn't indicate that doesn't specify a Christian God. That just means in God. That is, it's a universal God, meaning whatever God it is that you believe in that we trust because we are free religion.
You
We
are,
don't have
but
a national
if
religion.
we look at Lutherans, Baptists, Catholics, Jehovah's Witnesses, we look at any of the Christian religions, fundamentally Christian.
Hmm.
There might be a whole bunch of them, but it's still fundamentally based on God and the 10 Commandments.
I'm so ready to see that, Steve. You got no idea.
What's that?
Right, but just because they're based on the Ten
No
Commandments
kidding.
doesn't mean that it's not that's not all that they are teaching or all that they are doing is the Ten Commandments. I'm not here to argue religion. I don't feel
Sure. And I don't know
Christianity
enough
or
about it
any
to argue about it.
I don't feel that any organized religion has any merits or ability to be tagged as good. Organized religion is crap. Organized religion is control. It's all about profit and it's all about property. I mean, look at the Roman Catholic Church. They are one of the largest landowners in the world. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of leverage. They hold huge treasuries. They hold artifacts of historical significance that they will not allow anybody to see or acknowledge the existence of. Well, what the fuck's that? That's good? No, like I said, religion is just politics in a different form, and everybody's going to choose their side, and it's all propaganda of whose side's the wrong side and whose side's the right side. But all it does is it's serving a small little circle of people. It just feeding off the sheep of the flock, and they call them the flock, and they call people the sheep. They call Jesus the shepherd. And sheeple is just all lied into religion.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of religion out there. But I
Sure.
think in the essence of it, that in the big scheme of things, I do believe that Christians fundamentally are doing the right thing. And I
That's your
do
belief and
believe that
opinion.
Buddhists are the right thing. Look, man, if you're not killing people and you're not stealing from people and you're not committing adultery and you're not doing weird shit to kids,
Hmm.
and you're
I'm
and
doing
all of those
I'm
have a
doing none of those,
particular.
and I'm atheist.
Well, but you weren't born atheist,
So
so
I
you were
chose to be
groomed.
atheist.
All right, but you were groomed as Catholic. So
Right?
what I'm saying is that fundamentally there are things that you still know are right or wrong. Like
That
I'm
has
sure
nothing to do
you
with religion, though.
sure it
That's just
does.
basic human ethics.
No, I don't believe so because in some countries
It
it's
is.
totally fine to kill people
Okay.
and
So you're
sacrifice
telling
people.
me that the kid down the block that went to the Lutheran school, or a Muslim 2 blocks away, they're teaching them to steal, kill, and all that stuff?
No, I'm saying that they're not.
Okay. So then it has nothing to do with religion. It's just basic human decencies and ethics and properties. That's not religion.
I believe that that is based on a certain level of um I believe that that's Christianity. I do. I think that those are the 10 commandments. I think that those are the fundamentals of not killing people. I don't know that that's just there's so
Every
many
religion
countries
has the Ten
that
Commandments. Every religion has the Ten Commandments. They're just not called the Ten Commandments. So what makes the Ten Commandments any better than any other teachings or anybody else? I could read it in a book that says, you know, Timmy shouldn't kill Jane, and I could learn it that way. It has zero to do with religion. Is my point.
well, I don't know how else anybody would know that that was right versus wrong. unless they were taught that.
I can. Well, yeah. I mean, you could teach that without it being religion. You could teach
Yeah,
it from a
but
strict law sense to where it is illegal to kill. It is
I'm not talking
illegal to
about legal.
steal,
I'm
and it's
talking
illegal to.
about
Well, but we are at the same time because that's the Ten Commandments, and that falls into governing and laws and how you should live your life. And same as the criminal laws that we have set up now. You could teach your child the criminal laws, and they would still live their life just as good, if maybe not better, than somebody who was raised under Christian teaching. Get that laundry done, son. Get them clean clothes.
amen.
I ain't gonna stand in the way of that.
Amen. Yep. Amen to that.
I don't
Well,
think religion is the answer. I don't think it's ever been the answer. And if anything, I think in a lot of cases it's probably been the cause of more problems than it's ever solved.
yeah, I know there's been a lot of battles over religion.
Still are.
Yeah, yeah. Clearly.
Still are. So yeah, it's never gonna stop, never gonna go away. And it's all about I'm right, you're wrong. So I just never
Yeah,
see how that wins.
no, it's all just a matter
Win
of opinion,
win
you know?
win by being right. I mean that's how you win. Be right, be happy that you're right, live with it, and keep going. Who cares?
That's
I
right.
mean, that's my thought. But
That's
what do
right.
we do?
What do you do? Religion and politics. Tough ones.
They're horrible. Absolutely horrible. All right. Well, on that note, I guess since we've covered anything and everything there is to cover on this one,
Heck yeah.
puts
We
that
did
an
the
hour
whole
15.
spectrum.
Oh, yep. There's our ghost with the
There
most.
he is. The ghost with the most. Ghost with
Yep.
the most. All
Yes,
right.
indeed.
Well, thanks
All
for
right.
joining in,
Well,
everybody.
definitely thanks for joining in. Thanks for hanging out. Make sure to join us on Thursday night for the 80-year-old podcast. We'll have Joe Morrison on as the guest. Should be a banger. Should be a good one. And we'll talk more Huntsville then and keep it all rolling.
Sounds good. Everybody have a good night.
Yeah, I'll enjoy.
Peace and chin grease, and I'll earmuffs.
Bulls on parade. I can say it. Fuck yourself. Fuck off.